Says we're live. Woo! What's up, everybody?
Hello, Badger Nation.
How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're not in snow and ice and cold.
You like my picture I threw up here?
Park motorcycle syndrome. Anybody suffering from PMS this time of year?
If you are, give me a hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've actually got a blanket wrapped around me. And yes,
it was 50 degrees this morning when we woke up.
That's
50 degrees, guys. It was freezing in Florida.
I know.
I will say this much, though. Our 50 degrees in Florida is as cold as the 30 degrees in the rest of the country. I swear to you.
It is.
Something about the moisture in the air that just...
No, it's not. Don't even try.
So in other words, you think it's a cold 50?
It is.
Well, our blood thins. It's so true. It's so true when you get down here.
You know, you say that, though, but we rode in Colorado, and that was about like what it would be riding right now.
Yeah, and that was cold. Yeah. I mean, and there's two different ways of saying it here in Nebraska. I mean, it's supposed to be 50 again today. Yesterday it was 50, but it's a cold 50. It's not a warm 50 to me. And there's a difference. There is a difference.
There is.
It's like, hey, how come you're not out riding? It's a cold 50. That's why. I'm a big baby.
All right, topic today is going to be about Daytona Bike Week 2022. So if you guys are jumping on here, stay with us. That's what we're going to be talking about. Here's the official website, and we'll come back to it and discuss where you guys can go to figure out what is going on. So if you have been to Daytona Bike Week, put in the comments and or if you're going to Daytona Bike Week, and then let us know where you're watching from, because we want to know. Oh, Windroad's on here too. All right, so we've got Sunny the Badger, I'm Mama Badger. We got Toby Northern and Elizabeth Kentucky, Windroad Therapy here with us as well, and we got Miss TV from Nebraska.
Faux Badger.
I want a Badger name. I like Wind Badger,
Wind Badger, Therapy Badger.
Badger.
What was it on last night? It was a midget king or something like that.
Oh,
King Short.
Oh, okay. You can be King Short Badger.
So
not funny.
A little.
Windroad was on her live last night with the Canadian boys on their YouTube channel, and
Harley's Diners Rides. If you guys are interested in traveling via RV, go check that out. Harley's Diners Rides on YouTube. They were all having a round table about RVs and toy haulers and trucks and short beds and tall beds and dogs and cats.
King Short.
I mean, you name it.
And alligators.
Yeah, the struggles of trying to get a campsite, even when you live in Florida.
It's terrible.
In Florida.
It's terrible.
Speaking of that,
and you know what? If I was one of those people that was backing something like that in, that's what would happen. Everybody would have been out in their lawn chairs watching me, because I would have, and they would have done it from afar, because otherwise I'd take them all out.
I mean, I'm that way when you're on your bike.
Shut up.
Everybody back up. Amy's walking herself in.
You did that to yourself. You opened that can of worms.
I did. I do that all the time, and I gotta give it to Sonny, because he never lets one go.
No, that is for sure. He is quick. Yeah, it's amazing. I swear to you, and my parents can attest to this, that especially in Collier Seminole State Park, I had to ask the campground host if I could go against the traffic so I could back in 1, 2, 3. And the campground host was like, whatever's going to make it easier for you. So as I pull down the road the wrong way, the neighboring campsites all turned their chairs around, and it was like they were eating imaginary popcorn.
Right.
And then when I got it in the first shot, they were like, they turned their chairs around. Move along now, nothing to see here.
Well, speaking of campsites, book your hotels, your campsites, your Airbnbs. Guys, you need to be booking those now if you are planning on going
You
to
need to be
Daytona.
booking those 3 months ago.
Yeah. No lie. Even
People a year ago when they were there were booking for this year. So
it's kind of like Sturgis, really.
it is.
I
Book ahead
booked
of time.
my campground last April.
Yeah.
And if you're camping, you need to book like 3 years in advance.
And then, like I said on the live stream, you can't get campgrounds down here in Florida because there are so many people, wintering down here in Florida. And if you do find a campground, such as, and Sonny, you had a great suggestion, which was the Raceway, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's really expensive.
Is it? Yeah, I didn't know what it cost because I don't camp.
Right.
But everything's expensive in Daytona right now.
Yeah.
The Raceway is a place people can go check out to see if they want to camp out there. But I noticed, and we'll talk about this too in Facebook groups, that people were talking about they're booking their hotel rooms and stuff, and they have trailers, but they are not finding hotel rooms that have room or will allow them to put their trailer in. So that's another struggle that I see people are having. And I didn't even think about that, right? Because we don't have trailers. We're here locally. We ride everywhere anyways, but
It's hard enough to find parking for bikes though. Like at our hotel, they have sections blocked off for bikes and they're jammed packed. They're full. I mean, we had to park around back of our hotel last time.
Wow.
Which ended up being great because it was right out our window. But I mean, parking's a premium in Daytona too, especially when you think of all the trailers and all that are coming down. And then you throw in those trailers are hauling 2 or 3 bikes. It gets pretty crowded in Daytona.
So compared to Sturgis, what would people like me that's never been there before to Daytona? Would you expect it to be like a mini Sturgis, kind of like it?
Well, so Sturgis is really spread out, whereas Daytona is pretty compact. You've got Main Street, a little ways down the road, you've got the Daytona dealership, Destination Daytona. In between the two, you basically have the Speedway, and then you have lots of little things.
So is it all like park and walk, or is it?
No. You gotta ride.
Okay.
But you're talking probably 5 miles, 10 miles total.
But you're sitting in traffic.
you are.
Right.
You're sitting in
Unless you
traffic
take the
going
back
from
way.
point A to point B to point C.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then you're going to hit the spots like of course, Main Street is just bumper to bumper. You're just
Right.
if you go down Main Street, you're going to move 2 feet and stop and move 2 feet and stop and
Yeah.
move 2 feet and stop.
Kind of like
But
in Chicago.
It's a lot of fun because that's where you see everything. I mean, Main
Right.
Street at night, we like to park and walk it just because you don't know what you're going to see on Main Street at night.
Of which they charge you to park.
They do. Well, so you can park for free, but the places you can park for free, you don't necessarily want to park. I know one moto vlogger that lost their bike because they decided to park and not pay. We pay $10 so that there are people in the lot watching our bikes. I'll pay $10 all night
Is
long.
that 10 for each bike, or is that 5 for each bike?
It's 10 for each bike.
Is it?
So it's $20.
It's not really bad. I mean, Husker games here are like $60
But then you
a
can just walk away though, and they literally have 2 or 3 guys in the lot the whole night.
Yeah.
So I'm not
There's
worried
nobody
about my
pulling
bike
up
at
any
all.
kind of trailer and loading your bike up, where which is cool. We found our parking lot that we like to go to that's just right there.
It's easy to get in and out of. Yep, we're big fans of that. But yeah, you're going to pay for parking there. Then when you get to Destination Daytona, it's heavy traffic, especially if you're coming off the highway. The loop is usually completely backed up. And so you're going to sit in line in the heat till you can get around and into Daytona, into destination. And then the parking could be a mile away. I mean, literally, they start filling up parking lots and you could park down the road and in behind a building.
Right.
So just be patient, be ready to walk wherever you're going.
Get your steps in.
Expect it to be hot. It's always hot. Not hot, Florida hot, but hot to everybody else.
Because it's Florida cold right now.
Right.
See, now we have Windroad to testify too that it's.
I had to cover my palm trees.
Yeah.
Stuart Walker's never been there, but he's going to try to get there this year. Awesome. Awesome.
Woohoo. Wait, look for us. We're going to be doing a moto meetup. So we'll pick a location. We've talked about maybe doing a bar again, or we talked about doing their destination Daytona. Not sure, but stay tuned. So when you guys go plan, you can meet up with us.
Yeah. First weekend or second weekend?
Second weekend.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It'll probably end up being that Saturday, like we did before, the same time. The 2 o'clock seemed to work out good. So I think and it's just a meet and greet, guys. Everybody's invited to come and just say hi and get to meet other people.
Yep. There's no set thing. Just come, say hi.
Especially if you're coming and you don't know anybody else here, right? And it's kind of nice just to go and see some people, and then you can pick their brains, because that was our struggle. Our first time we went, we didn't really know anybody, and there wasn't anybody to really ask, hey, what should we be going to, or what should we be seeing, or and we were like, are we missing out? Is there stuff going on around us that we don't know about,
Right.
So bars, oh my gosh, there's so many different bars and everything. I know last time we all took off and we went and ate at a bar afterwards. So you guys are welcome to come join us.
Looks like Hannah Crosby will be there.
Yay.
Yay, Hannah.
When is she going? She said the first couple of days.
The kids will be with them, and then they'll be free the rest of the week. Sounds like they're going the whole week.
Awesome. Let's meet up, guys. Tell us when you guys are going, since you're
Leslie is headed to Daytona again. Flat track races at Volusia. Rode there every year except one since 2008. Ride from southeastern Texas. That's probably nice.
Okay, so Leslie, you know what? I don't know if you're at work and you can't, but if you want to get into the StreamYard with us I'd love to pick your brain about that. Get more information, and I'll get you on the screen with us if you're not screen shy. Because I would love to have somebody tell us about when it's happening. I think because it looks like it's several different races going on, so more details on that. And Sunny and I were talking about, because Sons of Speed is doing theirs, so I'd like to go see
Monday
this time.
We keep saying we're gonna go, because that's to me, that's the cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can have your big wheel baggers. I will take those old things any day of the week.
Don't say that to Pro Monkey. He'll get pissed off.
I don't care.
I'm just kidding, because that whole bagger versus I'm totally kidding, but the whole bagger versus dresser thing.
Yeah. I heard you guys on that.
Good Lord, that was crazy.
That was a marathon the other night.
Man, that was nuts.
5.5 hours.
That was fun,
Wow.
though. I mean, it was and that was the whole thing. I even told him, I was like, yeah, I could. He hit me up before, and I was like, yeah, I can come on for about an hour, because I had school stuff to do.
This is why you don't get to edit your videos.
Yeah.
It's true.
Between that and school,
I struggle having time, right? I have all these people that I want to watch, and I do struggle, having time to watch it all.
You know what? I walk around with the phone and I watch them as I'm cleaning and, doing stuff in the yard. I have the phone in the pocket listening to them. And if they say something.
You must have a talent beyond. You should film yourself doing that stuff, because that is a talent beyond belief. I would have already gone to the ER at least 3 or 4 times off the activity you're describing.
A video of a
Aerobics
video.
in the
A
evenings.
video watching a video.
Yeah. Hey, this is how I watch my videos to keep up with everybody, I mean, I've already heard somebody say, watch them and set them at 1 1.25 speed so that they go faster and you can still understand them, but not, Doyle fast where he does that mouth squeaky talk voice.
Hannah's talking about we stay in Ormond across from a couple of bars within walking distance, low key in that downtown.
So the first time we went into Daytona, and it wasn't for Bike Week, we were traveling long distance, and we decided that we were going to stay over by the Harley dealership. We walked in the hotel room, we walked back out the hotel room, and we did not stay there.
Oh, it was bad. And I think
it was literally across the street and horrible.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
You walk in and there's bugs everywhere. Oh yeah.
Okay.
We walked out.
Nope. See, camper. My own king short bed.
Home away from home.
That's right.
Tony's on here. I saw that. So Tony is one of our, and so is
Christine.
Chrissy, yes. Tony's with Kitay for Bikers. Thank you guys. They're one of our sponsors that make the Support Bikers and the Badge and the Biker Lifestyle group possible, and to Upstate Biker Lawyer, New York. So we got our New York and Pennsylvania people in.
Did you hear me, Ange?
What?
Can you see the screen?
Oh, camping in Wikiwachi and riding over a few days. Yes. Awesome. Okay.
I know.
Bring cold and warm weather gear. It may be really cold this year. Bring sunscreen and leathers. That's it. You don't know how cold it's going to be either.
Cold? It's supposed to be cold.
Stevie Foe, the hotel that I'm staying at is not all booked. It's not even booked for us yet. So
you might be staying in the camper.
I might be sleeping out in the fucking yard somewhere because we haven't got it booked yet.
I have a queen size bed.
Do you know where you're booking, or you have no clue yet?
I do. I mean, I do.
Don't tell everybody.
Has your secretary not given you the details yet?
So I do, but I've been looking for an Airbnb for a group of us.
Yeah.
So that's what's kind of taken longer, that and getting everybody nailed down to what days are we going?
What days? I mean, literally today was like, today was the day we're like, this is what we're doing. Well, because we got Open Road Radio, that we're hosts of. And so Gina, she's coming. I mean, her son is one of the racers. They're building a bike. And so with the Sons of Speed, and then Revelation One Concepts, James Lynch with it. So, we're all planning on getting together and doing some lives on the Open Road Radio, but it's just trying to get dates and figuring out what's going on. And that's been our struggles, just like anybody else, guys. That's what we're going to kind of go over with today is, just trying to find out when the events are and what's going on. But today we just decided this morning, we're like, we're going to go Thursday. What day is that? The 10th?
The 10th and leave the 13th.
Yeah. So,
but another reason we're going those dates is Baby Badger. She has school on Tuesday, so she can't leave till Wednesday anyway.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, there's just all these factors.
Dang kids.
And then we have our stuff that we've got to do, right? So we've got to go to Main Street and record because that's our job. I mean. Seriously, I mean, that's the other thing is we have stuff we have to do because that's what we do. And so that changes it too. We can't just be like, well, we're not going to Main Street. We got to. That's going to be a huge video for us. It always is.
You kind of have a purpose as to going there because it is affiliation related.
Well, I mean, and it's a madhouse, right? A lot of people don't like Main Street just because it's loud and the bikes are loud and the music's loud and the shirts are on, the shirts are off. I mean, you just don't know what you're going to find. So a lot of people
those
days.
Karen,
the bikes are on fire. Hey, Karen.
Hi.
Hey, look, it's Karen from Ireland.
It's me.
Which we're super excited. I was hoping she could get on here because She's coming to the States. She's gonna join
Fingers
us.
crossed.
Hannah will be there the 5th through the 12th.
Awesome.
Say again?
Hannah
Hannah's gonna
Crosby
be
will be there the 5th through the 12th.
there. I say, what do you guys think? Should we just make this official, Road?
What's up?
We make it official now. We're planning doing a moto meetup.
Saturday, let's do it
at 2.
Yeah, cool.
Let's do
All
it.
right, moto meetup Saturday at 2. We don't know where yet, but just stay tuned.
Well,
Wait, it's about this coming Saturday or Saturday of during Daytona?
March
During
12th.
Daytona.
Okay, yeah. That's kind of why I asked, because when you said because I was looking at the hotels and all that junk last night, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not staying there the full week. It's not like Sturgis where you have all these places to ride around and see. So I'm like, which side of it are you all staying on? So that we can try to maximize our engagements.
Yeah. I mean,
We usually stay on the beach.
Looking forward to riding the beach.
A couple miles from Main Street, usually the area that we stay. But like I said, I have been looking at Airbnbs. So if I can find an Airbnb that'll sleep enough of us, we may go that way. I mean, the hotels are expensive right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
I've got a couple of free nights, so it's not as bad for me.
but for everybody else.
But it's still expensive.
Oh, it's Matt from Motos and Minis. Hi,
I
Matt.
know. I was just gonna say that. So yeah, let's make it. I know. As far as where we have our moto meetup, let's get some feedback. So we have the Iron.
I think we should have it somewhere.
Iron Horse, right? Is it called Iron Horse? I say it wrong every time.
Iron Horse.
Iron Horse.
We did our first one there last
Last March.
Yeah.
Last March, yeah.
So and that was, if you haven't been to the Iron Horse, it's on. It definitely needs to be on your list to do. So write that one down, guys, if you're watching and you're wondering about what to do in Daytona. Iron Horse is right there. I mean, that main that drag right there, that street. They have, actually, when we went they didn't have the patch, what was it called? Do you remember what it was called? It was right across the street. There was a whole bar there. It was shut down. So there was a bar that got shut down, but you've got, oh, help me out. Where'd we meet out? Where'd we just meet at for this last moto meetup?
Oh, the Beaver Bar.
Beaver Bar, yes.
Yeah.
Beaver Bar is
I
another.
like the Beaver Bar because it seemed like we had that whole section to ourselves.
We did. We had that whole section. It was kind of hard parking because they had.
Well, there's a lot right across the street. If you can't fit in there, and like Sonny said, it was $5-10 or whatever. But it's right there, and you could see it the whole time. I parked the truck there because I drove.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drove to a bike rally.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's what.
That's what had to happen.
The Iron Horse, though, had a really cool area where we could meet. It was a balcony over the bar, and we could see everybody riding in and then parking below us and all. And it was shaded.
It was shaded, and it was a breeze. It was a cool breeze through there.
That's true.
It was nice.
Because the one we did in October was hot. I was hunting shade.
Yeah, we were all.
October.
Probably, what would you say? There was probably at one time 40 of us for that moto meetup.
Can we fit 40 people around that tree that we were in on this?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you're gonna elbow other people that are there to watch.
You start pushing anybody that was there before. They'll start getting.
What was the name of the gentleman? I forget his name. He was playing as we were leaving. John Coley? What's his name? Iconic. Come on, Toby, help me out there.
You tell me and we'll both know.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Nonetheless.
Like John Michael Montgomery?
No. He's like a bazillion years old. I forget his name. He's a staple there every year.
Where at?
David Allen Coe.
Oh yeah.
David Allen Coe.
It's not John.
He was on.
It has nothing to do with
Yeah, I
John.
don't know. It's close. There's Ken. He knows. He was there.
Yes. Hey guys.
Hey, Ken.
The other big one for us to go to will be Burning Bike, which is where we met Ken and Radine for the first time last year.
I didn't go last year. I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to. I want to ride down to Cape Canaveral.
Okay.
Amanda talks about that ride all the time. How beautiful it is.
I'm sure Tim and Amanda will probably be there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think
I don't
so.
think so.
Yeah,
No,
I think they said they're coming.
They're coming.
Yeah.
For Daytona.
Yeah.
They better be coming.
That's her jam. She loves Daytona.
No, I know. I talked to her last week. I don't think they're coming now.
Oh, okay. That's
Unless they change since. I know that they were trying to build their Barnum
Time up.
Minium,
Yeah.
and with their accident and stuff.
I'm going to throw up on the screen, guys. This is the official website for Daytona Bike Week. The Chamber of Commerce has been putting it on each year. It's the 81st annual. So this is, if you guys are looking for what's happening, this is where you guys want to go to. At one time, they had these little booklets too, that they passed out, and it had some information on it that you could have with you, which was kind of cool to have, because we went not knowing anybody. We just booked our rooms and headed over there. And so it's, yeah, we didn't know where to go. We didn't know who was putting it on to even go to a website.
But we went to Destination Daytona, got off our bikes, walked into the parking lot, and you heard Badgers, and it was Amanda and Tim.
That's where we met Amanda and Tim. Yeah.
Yep.
I will never forget that. That was so cool. Because relationships you make, right?
And we're like,
People
who
and
the
they're just-
hell knows us here? What is going on?
All right. So looks like they've got a calendar, which
Yeah, it looks like most of the bike shows and all that kind of stuff are around the 4th or 5th. There's a couple of things on the 10th.
And the last day, guys, you'll see a lot of people say they're open. They are not. They're closing down. They're packing up. Don't even bother trying to do anything the last day.
Sounds familiar.
So is it like Sturgis, where towards the end of the week, then everything's like $5?
Don't know. Never been to Sturgis at the end of the week. But I just know everything closes down that next day.
On Main Street, there are a lot of businesses, biker-owned businesses, or that open up. That's there. Not just vendors. So you've got the vendors lining the street, but you also have the stores as well, which is cool. So there's still, I think, in my opinion, that there should be more details. I think that, and that's just coming later. So check back off, often to see what's going on. But because it just seems like there should be more stuff up on the calendar. No, we're not finding it yet, because I know there's more vendors and people that are going to be there, and more bike shows and stuff. So,
I've never been.
We
But
don't
it seems
know
like
what.
it's more. It seems like it's more. It's like Sturgis has main bars, and then they also have other bars, right? Knuckles and some other stuff, whatever. But like your Chip, your Full Throttle Saloon, whatever, they are actively, aggressively advertising their concerts, their whoever's coming to grab, take people that are coming to Sturgis to grab them into the during the time frame it's there for Bike Week. And in this case, it seems like it's more, I don't want to say disjointed, but it's not as
organized.
Yeah, more sparsed out.
I think for
Big
for
city maybe
service,
versus small town.
they are like, you know what I mean? So the Chip and Full Throttle are like their own venues, their own having their own Sturgis Week.
Yeah.
Whereas here, the only one big enough really to do that is Destination Daytona. Although in the past the Speedway has done really well, but this last fall there was nothing at the Speedway. So I don't know what to expect from the Speedway this spring. Ken mentioned the Willie's Tattoo has a really cool chopper show. They do. We went last year because Jared Weems was in it, and it was packed. I mean, you couldn't walk through the bikes.
And I haven't seen that go up yet with details. Speaking of that, so another place you guys can go to find out what's happening, like different bars will put stuff up, is Facebook groups. So if you want to join some Facebook groups, you can search Daytona. Amy, were you able to, and if you haven't, that's fine, were you able to see some Daytona
I looked, and what interests me, the big thing that my interest goes to is that burning of the bike.
Yes.
Let's talk about burning of the bike. Yeah.
That's the first thing I saw, and I stopped there because that piques my interest really much.
Is that the ladder?
Guys, if you go to our YouTube channel, there's a video.
Yeah, your video.
No, I know. I know.
I was talking to everybody else.
What time did that start?
Is that usually at the closeout of Bike Week, kind of a symbolic?
It's that Friday night. The
11th.
What is that? The
11th.
11th.
Yep.
No, it's not the closeout, but it's a good party. I mean, they usually have a stunt show there. They have bands. They have a bikini contest. They have vendors. And it's just a good time.
Sweet.
You were right there by
Disneyland.
You were right there by the motorcycle globe thing. The guy running around inside it. You all walked right past it.
Yep.
So excited.
I'm gonna try to share. I'll get up here. Burning bike. That's it. Not burning of the bike. Burning bike. They have their own Facebook page that you guys can go to.
Oh, okay. So that's not even at Daytona. It's in DeLand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
a little
bit
ride.
further southwest.
It's a 15-20-minute ride.
Okay.
It is. It's a nice ride too.
Well, I'm staying in the forest, so that doesn't mean anything to me. I'll go wherever.
Burning bike Disneyland. There we go. So yeah, you can go find out the information on it. I'll bring up here. I guess I'll hide this here so you guys can see. But there's it's this. Well, you can see the little guy. Do you see the little guy? Like cursor, like it's over the top of him. That's how big this bike is, and it's all made out of wood and all. So
that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
It is super
cool. 3 stories tall, isn't it? And you all said it's like a 30-foot tall or 4 stories.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
It's huge. It's huge. But and then I know Ray Dean and I were like, hey, you get to sign it. So they have pins. And so we're like, oh, we get to sign it. So we go and I sign it. And then I see, and it says, this is for like your loved ones.
It's in memory of.
In memory of. And I was like, oh.
So you signed your name?
Yeah.
In memory of Angela. Badger.
Like, oops. But so yeah, they have the stage there. So they've got bands, and then they have a bikini contest. They have the stunt people there. So they've got the big ball. What is that called?
The wall of death.
The ball of death or whatever. Yes.
Yeah. And then they've got the tightrope, guy. At least that was last year. So, yep, that was cool. I put that on your list. If you're making a list of stuff to do, if you're not coming this year, then next year, because that I'm looking forward to. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Parking spot. It's like parking at a like at a fairgrounds.
Well,
You
it's
know,
a campground. It's at a campground.
is it an actual campground?
Yes. So
Cool.
people are staying there.
So, I mean, expect a late night. You know,
Yeah, because getting out of there takes a while.
Really? Biker events have late nights?
Oh, Toby.
Never heard of that before.
it's
like, it's like saying a biker event usually is a long day.
So it looks like
Never
it's
heard
not
of
just that night. So it looks like March 4th through the 13th. So, oh, it is. Look at that. It's the Volusia County Fair Expo. But that night is when they do the burning. I don't know what time it's at. It's dark.
Dark.
It's just the dark. Yeah, I looked at that too.
But yeah, it's like it's one big. If you like campfires, this is a huge
In the dark.
campfire. No, you cannot bring the hot dogs, the marshmallows, and the sticks because they make sure everybody's back. But yeah, that's a fun one.
So how have they been doing this every single year, or is this just something new?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
That's okay. I'm asking all the hard questions.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have. They've been doing it for years.
I just heard somebody talk about it and I was like, what is that? And trying to figure out and look it up. I'm like, what am I looking up? So there you go. So go check out their Facebook page, guys, and go like it and you can follow along. I see it could have been here. Wait, let me show. There you go.
Yeah, that's where I was at. Yep.
Yeah.
And if you guys have never been to Destination Daytona, it's an event in itself. Tons of vendors. The dealership is awesome. It's 2 stories, lots of custom bikes.
Sorry. Did you move on to Destination Daytona? Is that what we're talking about now?
Yes. I was just telling everybody if they haven't been there, that's another place to go check out.
That's pretty cool.
This is a cool video.
It is.
That's super cool. I gotta share that because love it. It was so fun. Who puts that together? You know?
Right.
The bike?
A guy, somebody that has Lincoln Logs.
Big one.
Yes.
Professional bike builder?
All right. So yeah, that's that, guys. Go check it out and put it on your bucket list to do. And then Sunny was talking about Destination Daytona. So Sunny, you want to talk more about it and what they can expect from it?
No, I already did. So guys, Destination Daytona is a huge Harley dealership. So the building itself is 2 stories. They have tons of bikes. They have tons of like one-off bikes, which are fun to look at.
It's deja vu.
Wow.
Yes.
Just found it.
And then they also have an entire complex. So they have a big covered pavilion where they have bands and bike shows. They have vendors all through the parking lot. And then they have like a big ass mall around the place. So JP Cycles is there. They have an outlet store, which Angie loves because stuff's like half price.
Yeah, it's not no tiny little store. It's the dealership store. And it's
Cool.
Yeah, and it's lots of stuff.
And then any vendor you want is going to be in their parking lot. So another great place to go. You should basically I always look at it as I'm spending the day there. So I've got a day at Destination Daytona. I used to think it was a day at the Daytona Speedway. I'm not sure on that this year. An evening at Burning Bike, an evening on Main Street, and then you've got all the other little places you can go to. What are you scrolling through, Ange?
Sorry, I'm just trying to find pictures of the complex and how
Okay.
big it
Find
is.
it on our screen.
Sorry, I'm on Destination Daytona Complex right now. I'm on their actual Facebook.
And I found pictures from Windroad posting Destination Daytona.
You want to share?
I can.
Go for it. So they have that big covered area, and it's the pavilion. It's not even like a pavilion. It's huge. It's permanent. I mean, it's there.
It's very big. Wow.
So yeah, you got upstairs, downstairs of the Bruce Rossmeyer dealership, and then JP Cycles is right there by it. Keep scrolling. So yeah, that's definitely spending. Oh yeah, there's us girls. That behind us, you guys can see behind us. That's what I'm talking about. So that's all concrete, steel, open complex there, and that's where the band's at, and they do the bike shows underneath there. So it's got the tables.
It looks massive.
Ken's dad came, and he had this hot chick getting him a drink. It was so cute.
Hey, look at this, Faux Badger.
What? Oh.
Oh, look at that. Heading to the dirty south. Bring it.
Oh, boy.
Make the south dirtier. Sweet.
We almost made reservations last night for our trip, and he didn't do it yet. So now he's doing that.
Huh?
Look at Sunny's face, though.
Come on.
Okay, so, or let's talk about the circle, Armand Circle.
Oh, the loop.
The loop.
The loop.
The what?
The only big ride they have there is the Ormond.
There is one ride in Daytona. It is the loop. You know, people say that though, but I don't necessarily agree. You can
A1A.
leave Daytona and take A1A either direction and see some really cool scenery.
Correct.
The ocean is beautiful. It's a nice ride. So for everybody that's like, Daytona is not a rider's destination. No, it's not Sturgis.
Correct.
But, if you're not from Florida, then you can go ride A1A and along the ocean. But the one ride in Daytona is the loop.
Ormond Loop. Yep. It's beautiful.
Just
Covered canopy, the tunnels that the trees make.
That always cracks me up when you hear people say that in comments. I mean, we've seen it tons in the Sport Bikers pages or whatever, but it's like, you know, Daytona is overrated or Sturgis is overrated. It's like, look, that's why it's like, keep those opinions to yourself, because you may think that, but for a first-time rider who's never been to those locations, every location is going to be kick-ass.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's going to come to, and if you've been more than once, it depends upon what you're doing and how you do it. I mean,
yep. No, you're exactly right.
The other piece to that is, what are you going for?
Right, exactly.
Right. So if you're going to Daytona because you want to have some awesome rides, then yeah, it's going to suck for you because Daytona is not a riding. It's not a riding destination event. That's notice, right? Or go to the Tail of the Dragon, or go to a place that's known for its riding. Daytona is a big party. In the sun, in March, on the beach.
It's a way to escape the snow.
If you want to get out of the cold, check out a lot of cool bikes, hang out with a bunch of bikers, and have a good time, that's what Daytona is.
True.
Yep. A1A is beautiful though. That's my favorite. I mean, I talk about, I getting asked, where's your favorite, area to ride? And all of the mountains and the curves and stuff. There is something about riding next to that ocean that's zen for me.
Yes.
Yeah. The smells, the view. It's just
a little hole in the wall places to eat.
Yes.
You just pull up to this little like shack on the beach, and you're like, "What is this place?" And you'll go sit out on the beach and eat. I mean, yeah, we love that.
Well, that just sold me right there.
That's our Florida. So that's why we love Florida.
Yeah.
Because we love the ocean. I told Amy this before. We tried, when we decided to move, we were going to move somewhere warm. It was between Arizona and Florida. Florida won because it has the ocean.
Yep.
Right.
On both sides. I could be at a different ocean
Right.
in 2.5 hours.
True.
Well, I can guarantee you that somebody during his lunch hour or sitting in the truck waiting to do whatever he's doing is looking at Airbnbs right now in Florida.
Go for it. Arizona's still going to be there.
St. Augustine.
Yes,
He's
beautiful.
right. St. Augustine is a beautiful little town to go sightseeing.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous. So much history there too.
Guys, bring your swim suits.
No.
I'm gonna get me on the screen. I will not be swimming with you because it's cold for us Floridians. But for you, if you're coming from out of state, you're gonna love it. You're gonna think it's awesome. Am I wrong, Windroad?
No, you're not. You're not. The water will be chilly for us, but there's another option. You can find a spring anywhere in the state, and they are 72 degrees year round.
That's still cold. We will not.
No, that's the Nesty plunge. Remember that commercial, the Nesty plunge, where the guy falls back into the pool? That's how invigorating being in a spring is.
It's a warm 72.
Oh my God, it's just like.
What'd you say?
She said it's a warm 72.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And then we're also, damn it, this time we were riding the beach. So
Yes.
they opened the beach is up. Where you can ride the
I
beach.
said that at the beginning.
We were riding the beach.
Yes. So I need to put that on.
Hannah, did you see Hannah?
We have
Hannah
to.
said there's no chance in hell.
We have to get the
Right.
schedule for that because there is a schedule for riding on the beach.
Yes, you do need to look. They have signs up that tells you when motorized vehicles can be on the beach.
Right.
And it's going to depend, obviously, because we tried to do it this last time in October, and we're like, already we got up, we're like, okay, we had it all planned out, and then we pull onto the little street, and there's this sign right in front that said closed, and it's like,
No, it said 4-wheel drive vehicles only.
Oh, that's true, 4-wheel drive. So
that's just it, guys. It's kind of like swimming in the ocean. The sand changes, and so they're continually like switching. Okay, no bikes today, or nobody at all today. But you can ride on the beach, and I am going to do it.
yeah,
I did it in 1987, but I did it on a moped.
That doesn't even count.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we need to go back. 34 years later.
That would be so cool if we could throw something together where we could meet everybody at a certain day and time, and just everybody just
have our moto meetup on the sand.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have the drone there. So
that would be so cool.
See, I'm already acting like I'm gonna be there.
That is so awesome. So that means it's meant to be.
But hey, Amy, I heard California was closed in March, so you know.
Well, we were booking in Arizona, but we were having a hell of a time trying to find something decent priced.
Yeah, all that side of the country, it's all closed for March.
I hope you're
They said
not
no,
looking
sorry,
in
we closed.
Daytona for anything decent priced because you ain't gonna find it.
Now, no, everything that we went to, we kept going back to New Mexico, and we're like, oh my gosh, everything we want is in New Mexico, except for the roads that we wanted to do. So,
Ooh, look at Shyla said we could have a campfire at the beach moto meetup.
have our own burning of the bike.
Absolutely.
Who wants
We're going to do a moto meetup and do a live from there. Make sure everybody has plenty of power bricks and good service.
Yeah.
We could burn a slingshot.
That's not a motorcycle.
Karen, are you going to rent a slingshot when you're there?
I might fuck. No.
That's a different question entirely.
No, I wouldn't be caught dead. I hate them things. I hate them.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I just don't like them at all.
I think
They're like a Batmobile.
Hey, Sonny, is it a motorcycle?
What?
No.
What?
And go.
Slingshot's not a motorcycle. It's got
And
There you go.
If it's got a steering wheel, it is not a motorcycle.
What he said.
Karen, when are you coming? When are you coming? to Daytona?
March 6th.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Till the whole week?
Till the 13th.
Yeah, she's gonna hang and stay with us until we get over to Daytona. So she's flying into Fort Myers and then flying out of Orlando.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And how many days you staying?
A week.
Okay.
A few.
Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Here's some more pictures from our moto meetup from.
Look at that ugly dude.
Oh my gosh.
Then the guy below him's even uglier.
It was a good day.
Sonny did a lot of selfies that day.
Yes, he was on a mission.
With you, I want a picture with you.
You come down and you're definitely going to be breaking some camera lenses.
Woo! Sonny was on a mission that day. He's like, I'm going to take a selfie with everybody. Oh,
I bet Angie told him to do it.
I did
He's not
not.
sniffing anyone else either.
Yeah, but he accomplished his mission, and then he didn't have to worry about it for the rest of the day.
Right? He did. I was like, I did ask him later. I'm like, did you take pictures? And he's like, yep, I got a selfie with everybody.
Got it covered.
Yep.
Um,
Good job.
yep. Proud of you, honey.
Did good.
Okay, so
I didn't have my
Is
middle
there
finger
any-
up in one of them.
is there
No,
any,
you were very well behaved.
any questions from anybody watching? Put in the comments, kind of, if you want to ask that we haven't covered, and maybe we've got an answer for you, or we can try to get an answer for you.
All right,
got
so
one.
my interest is really peaked in doing a moto meetup on the beach.
Mm,
Yeah.
Cool.
So we would have to find an establishment that serves beverages.
Could, yep. I mean,
BYOB. Bring your own.
Uh-uh.
Uh-oh.
What if, well, we could go,
Bring your own bike.
or we just do a meetup, ride the beach, and then ride to our moto meetup at Iron Horse or something.
Mm-hmm.
We do like a meetup and a ride to our meetup.
yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be cool.
That might be fun. Then everybody that wants to ride the beach can ride the beach, and we can all do it together, and then we can all head to whatever our destination is.
Did you see Josh's post, Angie?
No.
His question.
We come to
Right in the grums. Who did you have?
So, hang on, Stevie. What groom are you riding, dude? What is
Did you
his
have
name?
groom instead of grom?
Don't answer, Stevie. Don't answer.
I know what groom Mama Badger's riding. I'm just curious what groom you're riding.
That's why you should always check what you're typing before you send it.
But I always tell him.
What's his name, Steve? And does he have a boat?
Throw that back up there. I want to see it. Throw it back on the screen.
Is he the O from Steve-O?
Oh. Yes. Josh and I are writing some groms at some point.
He just responded.
Siri. Damn Siri.
Siri is dyslexic. Simple.
Do a go eat and then go to the beach. We could do that too.
Here's some pictures of Main Street, guys, at night. If you're curious to what Main Street looks like. It was Baby Badger's first time going, but there's lots of, there's the bars, tons of bars right there on Main Street that you can go to and sit outside. And I wanted to get my picture with her. This one bar at the corner, we always take our picture at that. Oh, there it is. This one here. That's like a tradition that Sunny and I started every time we go to that one corner and take a picture. But that bar right there is where this gal was. And they've got some hot chicks, I'm just saying, that are working that bar. So I asked her, I'm like, can I get your picture? And this is like, what are we doing? So, and then it's got the pier. So if you walk, if you think Daytona, like it ends, this corner that we're at, this is Main Street and A1A. That's where it begins. I don't know. Can you see my little cursor? I'm like going over the top of it.
Yep.
The other direction is the beach, and you can walk that direction. And there's actually a pier out there. So if you guys love, the ocean and then there's that huge pier, and at the end of the pier is a Joe's Crab Shack, I think. But there's also more shops and stuff along the beach and you can walk the beach and all. So just keep that in mind when you're going.
Stevie's getting mad at you. He just said, you didn't answer though, Groms to Key West, question mark.
Is he bringing the Groms?
Yeah.
7 hours to Key West?
I don't know about my ass right that far.
I would say tell him she didn't answer because his question wasn't clear.
Groms on the beach.
Groms on the beach.
Groms on the beach is good.
Come to my house and we can do Groms over here in this whole abandoned subdivision area. It's super cool. Get dirt bikes and stuff. That's where I want to take you, Josh, because that'll be fun. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. For sure.
So someone said do a meetup and a ride and then to eat. So, that might be something else. We always talk about having our moto meetups at like Iron Horse or something. Maybe we take a little ride down A1A and find one of those
on the beach
to eat on the beach, and we have our moto meetup there.
Yeah, a couple of things come to mind. That's a good question. Is a lot of times people are like trying to cram a bunch of stuff in on that weekend, and they want to go hit those bars and go to that area, and it just kind of gets them there, and they get to do our little moto meetup, and then they get to walk around and do all the other stuff. So I don't know. I need feedback. What's
rating or canning so they don't burn when they get down here.
There is
$20 to enter the beach, so everybody knows.
Okay. Thank you, Ken. That totally made me forget what I was going to say. It had something to do with sunburns and.
So then if Ken and Radine are hitting the Tanners.
Who are you pointing at, Karen?
What have I done?
Miss Whitey from Ireland, I bet your skin is.
That's not a bad thing to just get acclimated.
All right, Karen, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. No, you were included, Miss.
Oh, this whole line.
Okay. Oh, yeah, too. Not him, but him. Yes. That would be you,
Toby. And I are the only ones that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm thinking I like that idea better. So we'll do some talk about that. But I mean, I like riding better than I like sitting around anyway. So maybe we meet in Daytona somewhere, ride out to New Smyrna Beach or something, eat, hang out on the beach, and then we don't have to fight the big crowd. We can all kind of do our own thing, see some cool country, and just hang out. Because that's what the moto meetups for me are. Anyway, is the ability to hang out and chill.
All right, so I'm gonna throw up. I guess I'll create a little banner and throw up here. Stay tuned for moto meetup info.
Christine said yes. What I said. So I mean,
but you see, Christine said moto meetup and ride. That means a whole other thing in Ireland. So
well, that goes back to Josh's comment about groom.
Yeah, full circle now.
Is that like Netflix and chill?
Yeah, on wheels.
Oh goodness, too funny.
Okay. So there we go. We'll announce that. We'll get that out for everybody. We'll create an actual event with details. It'll be posted on our Badgers and the Biker Lifestyle page. We'll post it in the all three of our groups: Support Bikers Group, Badgers and the Biker Lifestyle Group, and Support Bikers Florida Group. So you guys can all check out for details and join us.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else anybody wants to talk about with Daytona?
So if somebody wanted to, so when you go to Vegas, and if those who haven't been, it's wise if your first time, if you want to stay in one of the big hotels for just the experience, that's one thing. Afterwards, it's probably best to stay off the strip if you want to save money. Yeah. So having said that, would you say Daytona is the same way? Staying off the beach, are you going to miss out on anything if you stay away from the beach? Are there any areas that are questionable to be safe in to stay off the beach?
I've never found any that were questionable. Of course, I always stay on the beach because for us, the beach is just part of the experience, right? Yeah. We like to go out and sit on our balcony and look over the ocean, and that's all just like literally part of the Daytona experience.
But you got to put your feet in the water.
I just saw Stevie's response in the comments.
What did he say? So we have stayed in, I'll tell you an experience that we had one time was we had friends that lived in Cocoa Beach, and that was 45-minute drive for us to get to Daytona. And for us, we would not do that again. It was too far away. You're riding at the night in the nighttime, and if you're gonna be partying or whatever, and drinking and having a good time, like most of you are, that 45-minute drive was
well. Even if you don't party, after you spent the entire day at Daytona, you're just done. You want to get home, you want to rest, and you're going to ride 45 minutes in the dark.
I saw.
And the cold.
And so I saw some of the listings for Daytona. Other hotels were off of Highway 4, 25 minutes from Daytona. I mean, I haven't been to Florida many times, but I've been there enough to know 4 is a nightmare. So just remember, you're going to be going through commuter highway traffic, and 4 is a nightmare regardless. So,
yeah, I mean, I would if you're going to come to Daytona, get the Daytona experience. Try to stay as close as you can. to everything that's happening. Would be
Main Street's like a good center point. So if you look around Main Street, I think that's a pretty solid center point.
Would you agree that like a huge difference between Sturgis and Daytona is during Sturgis Bike Week, it doesn't matter which of those cities you're in, Spearfish, any of them, even all the way out to the Badlands, the bikes during that week are the primary residents, so to speak. If you're in Daytona, regardless of what day of the week it is during that bike week, getting on Highway 4 or any of the other places off of the main area there, what Sonny said, the main strip, you're just another commuter in busy work traffic.
Yes, and Daytona, I mean, this is still season for Florida. So all of the snowbirds are still in town.
That's a good point.
And they don't give a rat's ass if you're on a motorcycle, a scooter, a moped, a turtle. They will run you the fuck.
And it's March, and so you've got spring break too.
Soon. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, yeah, it's not like Sturgis where you, like we stayed in Spearfish and we, there was rides and
Right.
different vendors and events and things going on and sights to see. It's not that way. So come experience Daytona Bike Week in that area would be our suggestion. And then, here's another thing is probably plan, I'd say for Bike Week, not for Biketoberfest was different. Biketoberfest was, maybe a couple of days. Bike Week, there's so much more going on. So 3-4 days of Bike Week. And then the rest of the time would be beach and go enjoy and find a beach and some beach bars and stuff is what I would suggest doing. There was a couple of things I just thought of, but we didn't talk about. There's the Cabbage Patch. Windroad, have you ever been? Did you ever go to the Cabbage Patch?
No, I have not been.
We haven't been either. Ken, I don't know if Ken's still on here, Ken Shunk, but I know they've been a couple of times. So that's one thing that we could go to and experience and be able to give you guys feedback on that. There's
real quick, Hank wants to know how much a hotel on the beach is. They range, but I'm going to say right now you're going to spend $200 to $500.
Yep,
per
I'm
night.
just looking.
Per night. Yeah.
Yep.
273 is the lowest.
I mean, Hank, I'll give you an example. I was on there last night looking up certain hotels, and I was looking to use points. And there are some hotels, depending upon the bed and the room you're looking for, twins, queens, whatever, there are some rooms you can't even use points on. They want cash.
Yep.
And those were like 300 night rooms. So
yeah. Hank, are you coming? I hope so. I hope there's a lot of people watching this that we get
Cabbage Patch is fun, but it's not family friendly.
Thanks, Anna.
Christine's got to go.
Bye, Chrissy. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I don't know that they have beach camping. I'm not sure on that. I'm not a camper, so I wouldn't know.
I don't believe so. Maybe on Canaveral Seashore. Maybe there's a section there.
Gotcha.
But
then that's a ways away.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of high-end RV places, but as far that are on the water, there is a couple of little state parks that have camping that are off the beach, but those are booked up. You can start making your reservations 11 months in advance, and they go like that.
Yep.
I tried. Griffith State Park is one of them, and they have two sides to it. And Tomoka State Park is part of the Ormond Beach Loop, the Ormond Loop, and my rig is too big to fit into that park. So you can try that Ormond. What did I say? Tomoka State Park, and see if they have any cancellations. Griffith State Park, I believe, is the other park. State Park. So there were a few.
If you guys are wanting, do you go to Biketoberfest or Bike Week?
Bike Week.
Bike week would be Sunny and I's suggestion if you guys
Bike
are
week's just way bigger. You got to figure. So here's how I look at this. Daytona in October is on the wind down of the season. So Sturgis has already happened. So a lot of big rallies have already happened. So there's rally fatigue, there's money, there's all of that, right? I just spent a bunch of money to go to Sturgis for a week, and now I'm going to go to Daytona for 3 days. But March is like the kickoff of all the riding seasons up north, and people are just itching to get down in the Florida sun and ride. So the attendance of vendors, bikers, everything is just 10 times larger.
Unless you're not a big crowd person, which I guess there are some people that don't, like the big crowds and stuff. But if you want a true, biker rally experience, the International Speedway, that was one thing on my list to talk about. We went to the Speedway itself is cool. I don't know if anybody's, likes races and stuff, but that was cool to go to during Bike Week last year. The whole parking lot
was Speedway is cool.
Full. Yeah. It was just full of vendors and people, and it was just happening. And then we went to Biketoberfest, and it was dead. And we didn't know if it was a, pandemic thing or what. But so we're kind of curious to see. But that's another destination people go to, is that International Speedway. So I'm curious to see if there will be vendors. Because the other thing we were wondering, because the Harley dealership was there, the Indian dealership was there, they had their big trucks and demos and all that. And we're wondering if they just decided to keep them on location rather than having a second, area. So I'm curious to see, but that'd be one that if you're looking for something to do, you could go by there and check it out. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you go by where you can see from the road if there's anything happening.
Well, Hank said he's really looking into coming.
I know. Good. Yay.
Cool. All
right. It is 1:12, guys. I think this was a good talk about Daytona. I mean, we have these weekly lives.
I'm excited.
We have no problem talking about the topic.
That's like last night.
Yeah. So excited to see Karen finally.
Yeah, I'm excited to be there.
Have you come and hang with us and stay with us. So I'm excited about that. Maybe the Stevies now coming.
I don't know. We'll see. It's looking pretty expensive on my end. So
you all need to get an Airbnb, and that'll cost.
We need
but we're going to be there longer. So,
well, my house. It depends. If you work it out with Karen, so Karen's leaving on Monday. I don't know. We'll talk. Maybe we can plan it to where it rotates out, where you guys can stay.
Well, and hotel rooms would be cheaper over here too if we need to put you up and get you a hotel room.
Yeah, on this side.
I'm just wondering where we're going to put the trailer, but we can figure that all out later.
In the parking lot of the hotel room.
Or the Airbnb.
We can definitely park a trailer.
The driveway of the Airbnb, like you did in Sturgis.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching us. Stay tuned. Every Tuesday, we're on here live in the Support Bikers group at noon, except for the fourth Tuesday. It's at 7 p.m. So if you're watching this now and it's later on, so you're doing what I want to say, a replay, then know that when
next week is at 7.
Yep, the fourth Tuesday is always at 7 p.m. That way we can try to catch more people. I know we do this during the day. It just works best for us, but 7 p.m. on the fourth Tuesday for you guys to join in. You're just going to have to wait because we're very last minute. It seems like minute stuff works out best for us. So we hope to see you guys next week. And as always, if you guys need any kind of support, go to supportbikers.com. Any kind of support at all, we're here for you guys. All right, anything else, guys, before we sign out?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Can't wait.
Daytona, baby, here we come. All right, guys, have a good
Bye,
day.
y'all.
Bye.